how to use the PDF markup program. The icon for the program will look a little like this. Usually when you first install PDFDataNet, you'll need to create a shortcut for this program because it won't usually create a shortcut for your desktop. So to find this, you will go to C drive, program files, Imaging Corporation, PDFDataNet, and then in here there is a program called PDF Markup.exe. You can right click it and then you can create a shortcut and move that to your desktop. Then it will end up looking like this. So if we open the program, click on the document class drop down and select whichever document class you want to work with. For most systems, there will only be one option available. For mine, I have this. So if I click this, it will then bring in all of the fields you have available to use for your markup. If you click File, Open PDF, so I'm going to select this one. First off, I'm going to give it a template name. So for this one, I'm just going to call it PDFDataNet. And then I would just go through and work through each of these. Let's start off with an easy one. So let's do the PO number. For this PDF, I can see the PO number is here. So what I would do is I want to only extract this part here. So all I've done is with my mouse cursor, I've left clicked and dragged a box around here, and then it's highlighted it in red for me. It might highlight it in a different color for you, but it doesn't really matter. And then I would right click, set zone for header field, and then click PO number there. Now you can see that there is a green tick here. Now at any point you can also use any of these drag cursors if you've not drawn the zone correctly, and you can also right click and remove zone if you've also just not done it correctly. So if I did that, it then removes the tick box. If I click that again, set zone for header field and then PO number. That's the other thing to note as well. All of the fields that are up in this section are header fields, so they'll all be found here. And then all of the table fields will be found here. Sometimes you might have multiple tables, so you might need to go through to find the correct field. For most systems, you'll usually just have one. If, for example, you highlighted this box, but you actually only want the part after the /, you could add a comment to here saying, please only extract data after the /. Click save. It will add this yellow triangle to indicate that there's a comment. You can double click into the field and also edit it, because there might be some of the fields that you're not able to find the value on the PDF, but you want to let us know, okay, for this, please use the lookup file provided. That is how you do a zone or a comment. I'll show you how to do a zone for the table field. If we wanted to do the quantity, you can either do drag in all the way for the whole column, or you could also just drag for the first part. You could even just drag and cover the heading, because we'll know that this is obviously the column you want to use. Right click, and then you do table field, products, and then quantity. And the same thing that applies to the header field also applies down here for the table. So you can see there is a green tick here, and you can also do a comment if you wanted as well. Just like you can right click and remove zone, you can also right click on the field itself and click clear zone. That removed it here, and it also removed the box here. If you click remove data field, that will remove the whole field from here, so I wouldn't advise doing that. And then any fields you want to just leave blank in the export, you could just leave blank in the PDF markup file as well. So if I don't want to extract a due date, then I could just leave this field blank. There is obviously a delivery date on our example PDF, so I would actually mark this up. And then the only last thing that you can also do is the default value. So for example, if the account name never changed for this template and it will always stay the same, you could just put in here. So if I just wanted that to be the account name, click save. So you just need to enter the data into the default value. Now, when it comes to saving it, we'll go to File, Save Markup File. And then if you go to Help, Settings, Manage Markup Files, you will see that the file is appearing here. So then if you wanted to start working on some other markup files, you can go to File and then New Markup File. Just start you from scratch, and then you can repeat the same process. You can also do File, Open Markup File, and select the one that you've already created. It would also add a list of all the other PDF markup files, so you can also select those here. Then you can just edit this and click save markup file again if you make any changes. Then when you have finished making all of the markups you want to make, you can go to help, settings, manage markup files. So if you have more than one, you can click select all and then it will select all the files and export them together. But if you only wanted to export one of them, you can just select it here. So I've ticked this and then I'll click export and then it will let you know where it's exported. So this will default to the documents folder for you, and then you can see the file name here. I can see that this is this one here. Then all you have to do is attach this zip file along with any sample PDFs that you have to our support portal on the website. Also, if you go to help, settings, manage markup files, you can also select any of the markup files you want to delete. I would recommend checking you already have a file exported before deleting, just because you won't be able to retrieve this once it's deleted. But if you select it here, you can then click the delete button and that will just delete it from the program. So this is definitely recommended to clear out any files once you have sent them to us, because then you won't need them after that. And also it will stop any confusion of you accidentally resending us the same markup files. If you get stuck on anything I have explained in this video, you can also visit the website and go to the PDF markup documentation page that can be found here, where there is also a step-by-step guide of everything I've explained, along with some images. You can also click on the images to enlarge them. But yeah, everything is also explained on this page if you get stuck.